say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
An NBA celebration of Latin heritage. Well, Grant, we're deep into the season now. For teams who will miss the playoffs, where are their heads at, you think?
Well, B.A., first of all, it's a chance for some of the others to show out. Their focus should be on finishing strong, and realistically, you start planning for the offseason. But there are still games left to play.
And a look at the starters for the Bulls. Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. Lonzo Ball is out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. Harris misses. Here's Giddey. White on the wing. They set the screen. Yep, count it.
You gotta commend the concentration White showed there. He doesn't get thrown off kilter easily.
Giddey against Suggs. Lets it go from 11. Count it.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Here are the Bulls with the ball. To the left wing. White looking it over. The 3. Drills it from deep. White's got 5 now.
And I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. The Magic head coach and I got a chance to talk for a bit. And one of their main defensive focuses, Nikola Vucevic. Coach telling me that Vuce has the big body, plus he can really shoot it, but they really emphasized boxing him out. Nikola is great at converting misses into second chance points. Boxing out. It's back to the basics, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. The 3 from Suggs. Drops in the 3. He's got 5.
Yeah, and for Suggs, his three-point shooting has come a long way since entering the league.
Outside White.
I got him.
Ball against Suggs. Good chance here for Vucevic. And again, no good by Chicago.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Well, he's not just a shooter. Harris is also adept at getting inside and finishing at the rim.
Giddey with it. Carter's there. The kick out to White. Goes back up. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Wagner with a screen. Pass to Banchero. Buzelis grabs the board.
Oh, you gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Here's Banchero. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
Yeah, they know they should have played better in that one. Not quite sure what happened.
Yeah, look, that's not the kind of performance they would have liked. But the one good thing about this league, the next game's always right around the corner.
Wagner for 3. Buzelis grabs the board.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Puts up the 8-footer. Uses the glass that time. It's good.
Well, Buzelis is 6'10", but plays with guard-like skills. It just makes him a tough cover on that jumper.
Wagner, the pass to Harris. Suggs outside. Pass to Wagner. Now Suggs, just 5 on the clock. Goes up on the wing. That one goes in. Suggs has got 7.
So cunning and effective in screen and rolls. I really like watching Suggs operate in these sets.
Giddey against Harris. Here's Buzelis. The kick out to White. Pass to Buzelis. It's rebounded by Wagner. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Trailing by 2. Back to Banchero. Wagner with a screen on White. Down low. And he dunks it down.
This is what makes Banchero a difficult cover. His ability to pass it well in screen and rolls.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And it's always a great time to check on the power rankings. Things heating up here in March. Taking a look at Boston, they're a rising team climbing to 5th on the board.
When I look at Chicago, they wanted to be playing at this level earlier in the year, but now it's just a matter of putting their heads down and charging up the ranks.
The shot by Buzel is no good.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Pass to Banchero. Now here's Wagner. Uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, Wagner uses his size to muscle through that smothering interior defense.
After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Nice dribble move to get to the hoop for an easy 2.
The Magic have gone 6 of 11 so far. Pass to Carter. Harris with it. Here's the 3. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Well, Harris is a rhythm shooter. When he's catching, firing, and hitting like this, watch out.
Back to White. Ball outside. And here's White. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Banchero. And here's the fast break. Here's Wagner. Rebound by the Bulls. Now here's White. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry.
And here's Harris. 5 points in the game. Suggs. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
Giddey with it. He's coming off a 19-point game against Indiana. Pass to Ball. White for 3. Rebounded by Suggs.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
That's short off the rim.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Buzelis. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Wendell Carter.
And at 6'10", Buzelis is becoming a very difficult cover for defenses, especially when he's aggressive in trying to score.
And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Graham.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
Isaac, he's checked in for Banchero. Horton Tucker, he's checked in for Chicago. Herder comes in for White, and they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And Now a break to glance at the rookies who scored the most per game during the last month of play. Number 1, Matas Buzelis.
Those averages have distanced him from the pack. And the scary thing is, he may widen that margin.
The Bulls have gone 7 of 14 and looking in control. Herder passes to Giddey. Outside Horton Tucker. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Here's Suggs. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just putting on a show right there. Suggs showing off his creativity.
Vucevic, a screen on Suggs. Giddey passes to Horton Tucker. Back to Giddey, and here's Horton Tucker, defended by Wagner. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Orlando with the rebound. Wagner outside. Pass to Suggs. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Everything is working for Suggs offensively at the moment. This is a very encouraging sight to see.
The shot by Buzelis no good.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Pass to Suggs. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Outside Herder. Here's Buzelis. Right at the free throw line, and that one drops. Buzelis has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And in this action, the pick and roll, Buzelis is becoming really good at reading the defense.
Suggs. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. It's Herder on the wing. Left side, Horton Tucker. 4-3. The rebound by Carter. Magic leading by 5. Harris outside. To the inside. Isaac, the pass to Carter. Now here's Suggs. For 3. No good there. Herder with it. Now guarded by Harris. 1:36 left in the first quarter. Three-pointer, Buzelis sends it home from three-point land. Buzelis has got 12 points.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying.
Timeout.
This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And a new group getting ready for Orlando. Matazes checked in for Carter. Paolo Banchero comes in for Wagner. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Harris. And Cole Anthony subbed in for Suggs. Isaac, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Inside. And Banchero with the bucket. And the assist by Isaac. And the Magic lead by 4.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Here's White. And it's blocked by Isaac. Anthony outside. Over Jones. Anthony misses. The Bulls trail by 4. White on the wing. Pass to Herder. Now Jones. Here's Collins. Tipped. Here's Isaac. Collins with the defensive effort. Outside White. and he lays it up and in. 11 points in the game.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Orlando ahead. They lead by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter with for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Magic?
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
They've got Anthony. Goga Batadze is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then there's Banchero, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the 2 guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Jones finds Williams. No good from outside. Orlando leading by 4. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Anthony. Pass to Batadze. Banchero outside. Bumped and finishes. Great stuff from Banchero.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
White on the wing. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
That's what you call playing big. He just stays committed to the attack mode.
Well, if you have the killer instinct he showed there, it doesn't matter what the size disadvantage is.
Here's Isaac. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Patrick Williams.
You know, Isaac had some injury struggles in his career, but he hasn't let that deter him. He still plays with a lot of intensity and gives this game his all.
Both free throws good from Isaac. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better. That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Anthony misses.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Jones' shot is good.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And so Banchero will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Free throw line jumper. Chicago with a rebound. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Back to White. Collins with a screen on Caldwell Pope. White. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there. For Orlando, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Banchero delivers inside.
Well, one thing that sets Banchero apart is his body control. The contact never breaks his rhythm.
Outside White. There's the 3. Fires in the triple. White's got 5 points in the quarter.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Banchero surveys. Cans it with nobody near him. And the Magic lead by 3.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Williams with the screen from the high post. White missing again.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. At that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
All right, let's take a break and take a look at which teams have been lethal from outside the arc during the last month of play. Second, the Bulls.
Well, a hot streak like this breeds confidence, a virtuous cycle. You see shots going down, you take that next one with extreme confidence.
Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Suggs comes in for Isaac. Vucevic, he's checked in for Chicago. Lonzo Ball comes in for Jones. Pass the ball. Lets it fly. Rebound by the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
Yeah, those opposing crowds can put you off balance at the stripe, but you got to block out the noise and make those free throws.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards, and you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level. And there's the call on Banchero. That's his first foul. Picked by Vucevic. White for three, and the three-pointer goes. White's got 19 points.
A smooth three-point shot from White, who just had to hit them right back.
Well, Stan, you talk about a late bloomer. Coby White has shown that he might be just that.
Well, Brian, everything has come together for him. He's improved on defense. He's improved his decision-making. He got that second contract and a bigger role, and he is playing great.
And he might have the best hair in the NBA. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Banchero. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Banchero's got 8 here in this quarter. The Bulls trail by 5. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Grant, how about Coby White? Going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Coby played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
Franz Wagner checked in for Orlando. Harris comes in for Anthony. Buzelis is checked in for Chicago. Josh Giddey comes in for Herter. Harris outside. Kicks it out to Wagner. Fires from deep. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Buzelis. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists tonight.
And he doesn't waste any time at all. Buzelis got the ball and just attacked right away.
Picked by Carter. The 3 from Banchero. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Here's White. And it goes. That makes him 9 for 13 now.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Wagner, the pass to Harris. Banchero outside. Picked by Carter from downtown. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got his 5th rebound in this one. Wagner against ball. Pass to Giddey. Here's Buzelis. 6 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get off a shot. White for 3. Vucevic, a screen on Wagner. And Carter with the block.
Watch this great defensive execution. Carter Jr. connecting on the block.
The 3 from Suggs. And it's Chicago with a board. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Ball passes to White. Vucevic, a screen on Suggs. White against Suggs. And he drops in the layup off the glass. White's got 25 points in the game.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Now Suggs. Give him 20. Here's Banchero. And it's Chicago with a board. Buzelis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Ball with it. Wagner picks him up, and Franz Wagner picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando. And the Bulls also making a change. Williams is checked in. Ball finds Vucevic, and it's good. 2 points. Vucevic has got his first bucket in this one.
After setting a strong screen, the ball goes to Vucevic, and he makes a play.
Here's Wagner, and he goes in for the dunk.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Here's Buzelis. He's coming off a 19-point game against Indiana. Back to Williams. Pass the ball. Here's Buzelis. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 3 assists in the game.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Harris outside. Back to Suggs. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
Yeah, once Suggs gets hot, he's not easy to stop, especially when he's getting whatever shot he wants.
Pass to Buzelis. Three-pointer off the mark. Orlando has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Giddey against Harris. Wagner for 3. Rebound by the Bulls.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Suggs. Here's a look at some stats for Lonzo Ball.
Over the last 10 games, he's been on an absolute tear, finding all kinds of ways to be a thorn in the opposition's side, just working on offense and getting the looks he wants out there.
Giddey against Harris. The baseline J is on the way, and that one's good. Giddey. Giddey's gotten his second bucket.
Giddey continues to work on improving his offensive game, including his mid-range jumper.
Ooh, poked away and out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Now that we're late into the season, here's how the East stacks up. You look at the Bulls, the season is winding down. They sit 9th on the outside looking in currently. And of course the Magic just barely behind them, only 1 spot down.
And right now for the Magic, I really think they've been hit and miss thus far. I mean, they are a playoff level team, but are they championship level? Probably not.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, that's a good sign for Wagner. He's working to become a more consistent shooter from outside.
And once again, off the mark by Chicago. And for the Magic, they're shooting 52% from the floor so far. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
And Ball will bring it up here for the Bulls. Trailing by 2. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Now here's Ball. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Wendell Carter.
Give lots of credit to Ball. He's refined his free throw shooting for sure.
Chicago shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And the second free throw is good. Orlando with the ball. 4-point game. Here's Wagner. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, with his size and athleticism, it's not hard for Wagner to get up there.
Pass to Vucevic. Here's Buzelis. Isaac covering. The three from Ball. Drains the triple. Ball's gotten his second bucket on the night. 1 second left. No good. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Magic out in front, leading by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man, it's a hot...
And turning back now to talk about the Orlando Magic. What a close game this has been.
This is why so many teams are trying to play with pace.
And that'll do it for...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Coby White.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. Buzelis out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Ball in at the 3. Bulls trail by 3. White drives in. Pass to Vucevic. Outside White. And here's Giddey. Ball outside. The 3. And it's Harris with the rebound. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Well, Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
No, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Knocked away and stolen by Banchero. Banchero unfazed by the contact.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Will it go? Ooh, and a nice layup by Giddey. Giddey's got 6.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Wagner, the pass to Banchero. For 3, here's Harris. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to White. Right wing. 3-pointer. Knocks down the triple. White's got 28.
Well, he shoots a high volume of threes. White not picky where he takes them from.
The kick out to Banchero. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 7 tonight. Giddey passes to Ball. Offline with a 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Suggs. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Well, look, you can't sleep on Suggs' athleticism because the second you do, he explodes to the rim.
And now it's time to take a look at who the top rookie passers were over the last month. Third is Buzelis.
I really like how he sees the floor. A selfless distributor who enjoys hitting those guys in their spots.
And it's Giddey off the drive. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And he can't get that one. Oh, nice D from Carter. Harris outside. Kicks it out to Wagner. Back to Suggs. Banchero in the post. Over Buzelis. Banchero no good. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. They trail by 7. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. And here's Harris. He's got 5. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Well, look, everyone likes a flush. Carter Jr. showing his force.
Here's White with the drive. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist with that last one. Banchero outside. Wagner outside. Over Ball. And it's Wagner missing.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he could.
Ball left side. Over Wagner. Orlando grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. And Banchero gets it to go. Banchero's gotten 4 this quarter.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
White on the wing. Driving inside. And that one drops for him.
Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive. But he can't do it all by himself.
Harris outside. Back to Suggs. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And how about the leaping ability of Suggs? Getting off the floor with such ease.
Vucevic, a screen on Wagner. White can't hit.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Suggs. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Which shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
The 3 from Ball. Pure from 3-point range. Ball's got 9.
When you peek at Lonzo's three-point numbers, they illustrate how much time Ball's put into his shot.
Anthony's checked in for Harris. And the Bulls also making a change. Williams is checked in. And Orlando has possession. 6-point lead. Williams against Banchero. Here's Suggs. Out to Anthony. Let's go with a 3. Ball with the rebound. The Bulls have gone 6 of 13 to open up this second half. White on the wing, defended by Wagner. White, the pass to Williams. Great D that time from Banchero. Magic leading by 6. Here's Suggs. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league. And when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult choice.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
The 3 from Banchero. He drops it from range. Banchero's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Vucevic finds White. the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. This will be his third free throw of the game. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
To the middle. Ball with it. He's got 9. Williams, a screen on Wagner. Ball no good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
And Carroll passes to Suggs. And Carter gets it to go on the assist from Suggs. And now a 10-point Magic lead. Vucevic, a screen on Wagner. White, money on the 19-footer. White's got 37.
Well, that's White shaking him off, creating room off the dribble.
And Carroll against Williams. And Carroll in the post. That shot off. Some solid defense from Williams. Outside Giddey. Vucevic, the pass to White. He can't get that one to fall.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
And then Carroll gets it to go. And Carroll's got 12 now in this quarter.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
That one drops for him.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
Anthony outside. Banchero outside. The 3 is up. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And the shot goes in. White's got 39.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Here's Ball. Finished off the break. And now it's just a 4-point Magic lead.
You have to clog up all available lanes because Ball can still score on physical defenders.
To the wing, right side. Wagner outside, beyond the arc. Chicago with a rebound. Williams has got 4 rebounds now.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
You just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
Orlando making some changes. Bataze comes in for Carter, and it's Isaac in for Banchero. And the Bulls also making a change. Collins, he's checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Pass to Bataze. Shoots over White. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. The Bulls trail by 4. Now here's Collins. Outside, Williams. Outside White. It's hauled in by Isaac. Isaac's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Anthony. Collins with the rebound.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Collins a screen. And that one's good. Giddey.
Like sometimes the threes can really boost your confidence, and I'm sure it'll do just that for Giddey.
Suggs surveys the D. Wagner left side. Pass to Bataze. Back to Wagner. Over White. Orlando again missing.
He's lost his momentum in a big hurry. Coming off an excellent quarter, now he just can't find the bucket.
Incredible game. This lead has been exchanged 8 times.
Tremendous show of will and resilience on both sides.
Isaac with a screen on White. Pass to Isaac. They still need this. It's hauled in by White. Chicago leading. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. From deep, Giddy. And again, it's Chicago with a three.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
Anthony misses.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end, just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
There's Ball with a three. And that's not going to go. Coby White, he's feeling it tonight. And he's been the... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Paolo Banchero. Then it's Goga Batadze. Then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Anthony in at the one spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. White, good.
Well, we've really seen White raise his game as a scorer. He can be relentless at times, like right now.
Gets the three to fall.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
The open shot by Herter. It's rebounded by Batadze.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Isaac's shot is off. Chicago leading by 3. White on the wing. Back to Jones. Pass to White. Shot from 12. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Isaac's got 5 rebounds tonight. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Now Banchero. Floater is good from Banchero.
Yeah, look at Banchero opting for the soft finish. Great to see him be so versatile with his offense.
Pass to Collins. It's stolen by Isaac. To take the lead. Buries it from 3. And the Magic lead by 2. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
From 15 feet away. No good off the glass. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Williams from long range. He buries it from 3.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
Banchero in the post. Herter defending. Isaac's shot is off.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
White the pass to Jones. Williams with it. Outside Herter. Now here's Collins. Isaac covering. 6 to shoot. Here's Williams. It's good from the top of the key.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
They grab their own miss. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Collins a screen. Here's White. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. How about Paolo Banchero, coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
Here's Banchero. Over Williams. Batadze. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
You have to appreciate the unselfishness of Banchero to look for his teammate there.
The three from Ball. It's rebounded by Banchero.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Suggs, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Banchero with it. And he gets the bucket. Banchero's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Ball passes to Collins. Back to Ball. Down low. The ball's knocked loose. White on the wing. Over Anthony. White can't hit.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense on.
On target from range.
Caldwell Pope is a well-practiced shooter. Once the ball is in his hands, he's into his motion.
White, the pass to Ball. There's Herter with the three. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 6 assists in the game.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Banchero outside. Some solid defense from Williams. Chicago has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Collins has got his first points of the game. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Banchero outside. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by White. White's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Inside. The kick out to Ball. Outside White. Again, the Bulls score.
And White has more of a feel now for when he should look to score. Nice bucket there.
Suggs, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Now here's Banchero. To end the run. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one's on Zach Collins.
For a young player, Banchero has tremendous footwork in the post. He stays in balance and puts defenders in awkward spots.
Orlando making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Batadze. Wagner comes in for Caldwell Pope. And Harris is subbed in for Anthony. Josh Giddey's checked in for Chicago. To the wing on the left. The three from Ball. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got rebound number 8 now. Harris against Giddey. Pass to Carter. Suggs outside. Banchero with a screen on Collins. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. The Bulls have gotten 6 of 12 shots to go here in this fourth quarter. Williams with the screen. Ball into the lane. Count it. Good. And the Bulls lead by 4.
And I like the mix of power and agility Ball uses inside. One way or another, he's going to get a shot.
Up top, Banchero. Over Williams. Offensive rebound. Banchero no good. Bulls leading by 4. Herter finds Giddey. Back to Herter. Outside Giddey. Collins with a screen on Suggs. Giddey doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Suggs. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. And here's Suggs. The three is up. Ball with the rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Williams. Carter against Collins. Collins with a screen on Suggs. The three from Ball. Gets the three ball to go. Ball's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
To the inside. Here's Harris. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, they got it to Harris in a big spot, and he didn't disappoint.
Giddey against Harris. Giddey passes to Herter. The kick out to Williams. Outside Giddey. Over Harris. And it's Giddey missing. Magic trail by 5. Wagner with it. Jacks up a 3. Chicago with a rebound.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Chicago making a switch here. White's checked in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. He kept it real with his team, telling them, I know you feel good about this lead, but let's not get lazy. Let's not act like this is a sure thing all of a sudden. Looking to keep their focus on the task at hand. Brian?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Harris's shot is good.
Well, that's Harris's role on this team. He's a jump shooter first and foremost.
Williams, a screen on Wagner. Orlando with the rebound. Harris has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Wagner to tie it up. And it's Giddey with the rebound. Giddey's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Ball finds White. Williams, a screen on Wagner. The open shot. White, and right on target. That one's good. White's got 47 points. Ball against Suggs. To the paint. Here's Banchero. Tries again. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
A full load to handle anywhere on the floor. Banchero makes sure he gets his.
And Banchero drops them both.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
Outside White. Williams, a screen on Wagner. Here's White. Cash!
Well, he's the guy they want with the ball when it matters. White takes pride in that.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Banchero outside. This one for 3. Money. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Now White. Into the lane. And it's good. He hits another one. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Orlando calls timeout. They're behind by 4. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
He's trying to find his shot, but at some point you have to start making these. Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good. And that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, converting on all those free throws helps them build this lead.
Pass to Harris. Lets the 3 fly. Unable to get that one. And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. So the Bulls win it. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A., the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Coby White.